Hello, good afternoon to you and welcome to Hard Factor 90.3 Nigeria Info and Herrington Harcourt. I'm Dayo. 17 gone past 3 p.m. and you're welcome to the show from now till 7. We keep it going. I'm excited. It's the Friday edition. For me, possibly the best edition of the show, really. Comes with Mondays through Fridays, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Hard Facts with yours truly. I hope you've had a fine week so far and also have made plans to have an even finer weekend. Well, it's lots of rains around these days, so that means possibly no football for me tomorrow morning, but we'll see how that goes. But in spite of the rain, in spite of the weather, I hope you're making plans to at least relish some of the small pleasures of life. You're welcome once again. John, feel free to join the conversation at any point via the usual platforms. We are live on facebook.com/NigeriaInfoPH. Also on YouTube, check out our YouTube channel as well. Just search for Nigeria Info PH on YouTube. WhatsApp on 0809 030 6416. We'll give out the phone numbers in a moment. So, matters on for discussion on the show today. I've got side comment in a moment. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Random stories, random thoughts. I'll be taking your thoughts on those as well. No. Yeah, much later on, not now, not to discuss now, but much later on during the open season segment. That comes up after the major news at 6 p.m. We'll get your take on that. And then after today's comments, as the round's coming up, something in my mind, I'll express some thoughts on it. And I'll take your thoughts and mine till 4:30 p.m. today. Yep, till 4:30 today, because our friends from YIC Africa are going to be joining me in the studio by 4:30 p.m. It's an effort to empower, to equip with skills 100,000 young Nigerians, and you can be a part of it in several ways. And difficult. The launching, the official launch is coming up very soon. The youth, the Skills Festival, the Youth Skills Festival, the Nigeria Youth Skills Festival. To talk all about that between 4:30 p.m. and 5 p.m. and how you can be a part of it, how you can partner, how you can volunteer, and how you can register as well. Stay with us 4:30 to 5. Now, 5, we've got the news updates coming up. After that, PDP crisis, governors to hold emergency meeting on Thursday. Now, this happened yesterday. As a matter of fact, this conversation was initially slated for yesterday, but for some reason it could not happen. Well, stories come to the cable. Governors elected on the platform of the PDP have scheduled an emergency meeting to discuss the leadership crisis rocking the party. CID, Madwa Boom, DG, PDP Governors Forum disclosed this in a statement issued on Wednesday in Abuja. And Madwa Boom said the meeting was summoned by Aminu Tambuwal, Governor of Sokoto and Chairman of the PDP Governors Forum. The cable understands the meeting was scheduled to hold at the Akwa Ibom Governors Lodge in Abuja on Thursday. The crisis rocking the main opposition party took a new twist on Monday. High Court sitting in Port Harcourt in Rivers State Parliament granted an interim order restraining Uche Secondus from parading himself as the national chairman of the party. Subsequently, Yemi Akinwumi, Deputy National Chairman South of the party, stepped in as the acting chairman of the party and suspended the National Working Committee. But 3 hours later, Nazif Suleiman, Deputy National Chairman North, also announced himself as the acting chairman of the party. Now, there's been some new developments as far as this matter is concerned. There's been some new development. I believe there's been some other court judgment. This one cuts a premium times twist as another court restores Secondus as PDP chairman. But we look at all of this and the crisis rocking in PDP still. Is the PDP crisis ending anytime soon? What do the governors discuss in Abuja? What might be the outcome of that? The PDP governors, that is. These and other related matters we'll be looking at in the 5 o'clock hour. My guest, Samuel Wanasike, the chairman of the Korea local government area, join us with our conversation. Headlines 5:30, major news at 6, open season afterwards till about 7 when the show officially comes to, and then the sports gang will be in for extra time. So that's the show today. Let's get things going now with today's side comments, random stories and thoughts that I came across, which will not be discussed now, of course. Let's see. Alright, let's start with this one. The owner of the boat shot by men in a helicopter yesterday, Maxwell Grill, has called for a thorough investigation into the incident that left 2 people injured. He also called for compensation, saying most of their goods were lost during the shooting. Let's hear what a fellow had to say about this quite strange development indeed.
We want government to involve into this matter because we cannot leave it lie low. They have to pay for compensation and all the people's goods that have lost. We cannot leave it at that level. We carry gari, rice, beans, granite, cement, gaskets, and other things.
Now, the injured persons are receiving treatment at a hospital in Okrika local government area. The Marine Police is aware of the situation. It is a very strange development indeed, and I do hope the police will conduct investigations into this matter and apprise everyone as to what exactly happened. I mean, this is strange, and I would implore that no one gets into any unnecessary speculation. And for that to happen, of course, the police have to keep, the populace informed as to what transpired. I very much hope that's going to happen. And to those who were injured, I hope they recover soon. It is good to know, however, if I may use the word good, that no one was killed in this incident. And, at least that's an upside. Now, the River State government says it will continue to implement the court judgment that empowers it to collect VAT, despite an appeal filed by the federal government. Governor Wike said this in Port Harcourt at Government House. He said the law supports the actions of the state government. Let's hear what the governor had to say about this development. Where is it? Oh, here we are.
So there's no blackmail that can change us. There's no intimidation. I hear, we are going to make sure they reverse it. That is not our business. We are not doing it because we want to win. We are doing it because what is not legal is not legal. And somebody has to rise to the occasion to challenge illegalities in this country.
No, absolutely. If indeed it is illegal for the federal government to collect VAT, but I do believe that's why we have the judiciary anyways. I'm quite certain of something. We haven't heard the last of this matter. I have a feeling that this might go all the way to the Supreme Court, and it will be, it will be a landmark judgment by the time the Supreme Court ventures its position on the matter. For the states, it will be fantastic, really. It will be quite fantastic if the Supreme Court rules in favor of River State, and by extension, all the other states. Revenue for the states, no doubt, will be greatly, massively increased. But like Barrister Festus Oguche said the other day when I interviewed him on the matter, states getting more money is a good thing, but that's not the most important thing. What the money, is used for is more important, because as the Nigerian situation has proven beyond doubt that more money doesn't mean a better life. More money could mean more money to loot, to steal, not necessarily to improve the quality of lives of the people. But I do hope that will be the case if that does happen. But we'll see how things go, I suppose. We'll see how things go. Former Minister of Aviation and serving Senator Stella Oduan has defected from the PDP to the APC. Oduan was received to the APC in Abuja on Thursday by May Bala Malabuni, governors of Imo, Kebbi, and Deputy Senate President. Fascinating times indeed. Fascinating times. It's remarkable, really, the things that play out in this country, especially at a time such as this. Well, but that's the much I'm going to say about that matter. Now, INEC in Obiakpo local government area has registered 1,015 applicants in the ongoing continuous voter registration exercise in the state. Our correspondent visited the INEC office and gathered that over 70 applicants were registered daily at the first and second weeks of the exercise, but the number of applicants has reduced. It was also gathered that the online pre-registration process helped reduce congestion at the local government offices of the Commission in the biometric capturing and physical registration. Well, this definitely, and I spoke with the resident electoral commissioner here in River State yesterday, about the concerns raised by Algon, regarding the ongoing voters registration. Well, it does raise questions as to the legitimacy or validity of the concerns raised by Algon, with the figures being churned out by version. Again, interesting times indeed, with fractions. White Channels TV has refuted reports its presenters were arrested over the incident. And like I said just a while ago, massively, incredibly interesting times we live in right now. It just keeps getting more interesting every single day. Gunmen have freed some pupils who were kidnapped from an Islamic school in May. The head teacher, Abu Bakr Al-Hassan, could not give an evidence have been freed, but said none of the pupils are in captivity. He told AFP News that the pupils were being transported home. It's not yet clear how the pupils were released. Recall that 136 students from the school in Tegina, Niger State, were seized by gunmen demanding a ransom. School officials say 15 students escaped in June and six died in captivity. Deepest condolences to the families of those children who died. Unnecessarily, I might add. Well, thankful for those who have been released and possibly, hopefully, reunited with their families and loved ones. And like I've said severally in the last few minutes, very terribly interesting times we live in, really. Well, that will be for today's side comment. I go on a break now, and when I return, got something in my mind. Today's round comes up, but remember, we're taking your thoughts of mine till 4:30 p.m. today. Do please stay tuned. We'll be right back in a bit.
Information is a two-way thing. Nigeria Info, it's your turn. Let's talk.
Our freedom depends on our proactive responsibilities.
Let's talk, act, and be about development.
With one voice, our potential is realized. This is your number one news, talk, and sports radio station. 92.3 Nigeria Info. I am listening.
Are you running late and can't make it down to our Rumosi office to book your commercials? Don't worry, because you can take advantage of our marketing office inside Port Harcourt to book your commercials. It is located at Shop 9 Mediatrix of All Graces Plaza, opposite FIRS Stadium Road, Port Harcourt. You can also call our sales rep on 0817 001 8162. That's 0817 001 8162.
Keeping up with political issues and developments around you only on Nigeria Info.
And now, Hard Facts.
Hard Facts with Dion.
Hello once again, welcome. Still Hard Facts to 90.3 Nigeria Info in Port Harcourt. I'm Dio, and I'd like to rant just a bit. I've got something in my mind. I'll be expressing some thoughts on it, and you're very welcome to express your thoughts of mine today till 4:30 p.m. Not till 4, but till 4:30 p.m. Our friend from UK Africa, once again, a reminder, we join with by 4:30. More on that at that time. But for now, Now, severally during today's side comment, I said we are living in very interesting times indeed. Extremely interesting times we live in this country. And there's so much that's happening that just leaves you confounded. It just, I think I was watching TV the other day. I was watching some breakfast program on TV the other day, and I think one of the anchors said, I mean, when you think that you've seen it all, when you think, oh, this is bad, this is terrible, it couldn't possibly get worse than this. It's almost like somebody hears you. It's like somebody in government hears you, and the person they just feel offended by that. I mean, what do you mean? This is not the worst that can happen. We could do something worse than that. If you think you've seen bad, just hold on a moment. We're going to literally blow your mind and do something even worse. And then after that one's been done, and you throw your hands in the air, you go, yep, this has to be the award-winning worst thing ever. Somebody hears you again and goes, oh, that one is child's play. You ain't seen nothing yet. And then they just do something now. It's almost like there's a competition, there is a contest, not to improve the quality of living or the quality of life of Nigerians. It's like there's a contest going on, some kind of a competition, a race to see who can do the most unbelievably terrible thing that human beings have ever experienced, especially in this country. And the race definitely is on, and I don't know who's going to win this race. I don't know who's going to emerge victorious, but one thing's certain, Nigerians are suffering for it. And with that certain, Nigerians are suffering for it. I mean, there are many. It is perceived in certain quarters that several freedoms of Nigerians have been taken away from them. For example, if the average Nigerian decides to, or a group of Nigerians decide to embark on a protest tomorrow, which, by the way, is a guaranteed right by the Constitution to express your disaffection or displeasure with any government policy or plan, action or inaction as the case may be, no matter how law-abiding those citizens or individuals might be, it's unlikely that government is going to let them go ahead and do so. All of a sudden, the police, our friends, by the way, will start receiving intelligence from left, right, center. Intelligence will be dropping, literally falling from the sky, like the rains that have been falling in River State for some weeks now, and promises to keep on falling for several more weeks to come. Intelligence will be all over the place, literally. And Nigerians feel a sense of hopelessness. A lot of Nigerians, not every Nigerian, and I won't even say most either, but a lot of Nigerians feel a sense of hopelessness, that government is not even willing to let them take steps that is going to liberate them. But like I said, when you think things are worse, it's like somebody is just struggling to outdo the last person to do something even worse than that. To think that, Nigerians who feel like they've had it to here and they can't stomach the situation any longer, and they can't bear with the situation any longer. And I commend those of you who are bearing with it and who believe in this country and who believe that things are going to work out. I am one of you. I am very optimistic. I know we have the capacity to change the narrative, to turn things around, and I'm quite certain that it will happen someday. I'm very certain of that. But there are some persons who may be optimistic as well, but don't have the patience to wait till then, and you can't blame them. They probably have certain needs or things that need to be attended to now, and they can't afford to wait for that glorious future that we all hope is going to become our reality someday. So they want to leave. They need to jet out now, and it might be good that some of these people are jetting out. Someday they're going to come back home, and they would have amassed an appreciable wealth, and not to talk about knowledge and exposure and skill as well, that they will also bring back to the country to help rebuild the country and lift it from the doldrums that it is in at this time. So some of these people have said, okay, you know what, we want to leave. And that's bad enough. It's bad that they want to leave. It's because things are terrible, that's why they want to leave. If you think that's the worst thing, no, that's not the worst thing. And I'm talking about doctors now. Resident doctors have been on strike for weeks. Even consultants were contemplating embarking on a strike quite recently. Many of these doctors cannot stomach the situation any longer. They've had it up to here. And then they decided, you know what, I've had it. I'm going to leave. And not just resident doctors, not just young doctors, but even consultants. Experienced consultants, people who have been consultants possibly for decades, or at least over a decade, they want to leave as well. And you might think that's the worst situation. Oh, that's bad. Oh, it couldn't possibly get worse than that. If a consultant of several years standing, possibly even decades, can come to a realization or conclusion that he or she needs to leave the country, and you're thinking that's the worst thing, well, guess what? It's not the worst thing. This is worse than that. Story here cut to the Punch newspaper. Saudi Arabia, no, that's not the one. Organisers suspend Saudi Arabia recruitment as DSS disperses doctors, arrests journalists. Now here's the story. Operatives of the Department of State Services on Thursday dispersed medical doctors who stormed the Sheraton Hotels Abuja to take part in the recruitment interview organized by the Saudi Arabian Ministry of Health. The Punch had on Tuesday reported that medical consultants in their hundreds flooded the Ladi Kwali Hall of the hotel to take part in the recruitment, while another exercise was scheduled for Thursday. Our correspondents gathered at the DSS operatives stormed the hotel on Thursday morning and dispersed the doctors and journalists who gathered at the venue. A journalist with the International Center for Investigative Reporting, Marcus Fatunde, was arrested at the venue. Fatunde was, however, later released. An eyewitness told the Punch, quote, "When I came here, we saw the DSS operatives dispersing the people that came for the interview, and before we knew it, everywhere had been scattered." A journalist with the ICIR, Marcus Fatunde, was also arrested, but he has been released. A doctor who did not want his name in print said, quote, "Some of us who came here today came because we don't even have jobs and we don't want to do the wrong things. Two categories of people were here today, the jobless ones and the ones who are poorly remunerated. We didn't commit any crime, we just wanted a better system. So why is the government trying to frustrate us?" So it's bad, right? It's terrible. They want to leave, but the problem is they can't leave. Now, the Vice President, Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors, Adedayo Elusakin, told the Punch that the organizers of the interview confirmed to him that the exercise had been suspended. He said, quote, "Well, some people got to the venue today, and when they didn't meet anyone, they called me and I confirmed from the recruiters and some other doctors that the recruitment had been suspended. The recruitment on Tuesday garnered coverage because of the media publicity. It was everywhere that doctors were going to Saudi Arabia. The recruiters had to suspend it because the federal government said it felt embarrassed by the news. It is a big shame. The government has no right to infringe on the rights of citizens to choose to go to another country. If the system is not working, let them go to another country." End of quote. Now, efforts made to get the reaction of the spokesman for the DSS, Peter Afunaya, did not yield positive results as of the time of filing this report, as he did not take his calls and had yet to respond to a message sent to his mobile telephone. So, doctors are frustrated. Doctors are tired. No lack of equipment or proper equipment or adequate equipment to do their job. They're not being properly remunerated. Even the one that they're supposed to be getting, sometimes for months they don't get it. It's a bad situation. They talk, they clamor, they go on strike, but nothing seems to be going on. It's terrible. It's a mess. And now they say, okay, you know what? Listen to us, improve the working conditions, pay us hazard allowances. Government is saying, no, we will not do that. You must go back to work. You must go back to work. So the doctors say, okay, you know what? We've had it up to here. Some of us, there's an opportunity. Saudi Arabia wants us to cry out loud. We want to leave. Government is saying, no, allegedly, reportedly, supposedly, government is saying, no, you cannot leave as well. So what does government want exactly? What does government want? What does the government want from the people? Fix the hospitals, pay us better? No. Okay, fine. We're going to leave. We're going to go someplace else? No. Now, before I came to the studio, just before I came in the studio, I came across another story, an update, if you will, to this development, also published by the Punch newspaper. Saudi Arabia, DSS denies dispersing doctors at recruitment center. Let's check out this story also. The Department of State Services has denied dispersing doctors taking part in a job interview organized by Saudi Arabia in Abuja on Thursday. The service's public relations officer, Peter Afinaya, in a statement on Friday titled, DSS did not disperse doctors at Sheraton Hotel, Abuja. No further evidence was also adduced to prove that the DSS carried out such operation at the hotel. The spokesman said, claiming the DSS was not contacted for verification. The Punch had reported that organizers of the recruitment interview suspended the exercise when DSS operatives dispersed them and arrested a journalist. Contrary to Afanaya's claim that those who published the story did not care to verify, the Punch contacted him on Thursday for his reaction, but he chose not to talk on the matter. Our correspondent's efforts to get his reaction was stated in the story published earlier. You might remember I read that story a while ago, and the Punch did state that they tried to reach him, but he did not respond for comments. Now, the DSS is saying that we did not disperse anybody. The question then arises, who dispersed the doctors? Because there was a dispersing. There was something that happened. There was an incident that led to the recruitment exercise being ended. The question is, who was dispersed the doctors? The report from the Punch newspaper also states that a journalist was arrested but later released. The question is, if it was not the DSS, who arrested the journalist and later freed him, but later released? Who did it? Or are bandits now going about posing as DSS officials? Is that what happened? I don't know. I'm just saying, if the DSS did not do it, then who did it? Was it bandits? Because they're doing all kinds of things these days. I mean, the other day they were wearing reportedly military attire. That's how they gain access into the NDA. So were they dressed as DSS officials? Did they go to disperse the doctors? Did they arrest some journalist and later freed him? Who did it? Who was responsible for it? But like I said a while ago, truly, truly amazing times, interesting times we live in this country right now. And just when you think, no, this is the worst. I mean, this is the lowest we can possibly go. Somebody sitting somewhere will just look at you and start to smile and say, oh, look at this one. You haven't seen anything yet. Just give me a few hours. Just calm down and watch what we are going to do next. Like I asked, was it bandits? Was it unknown gunmen? Who did it? But I do hope very much that we get things right in this country. I have no problems with anyone who decides to leave, like these doctors. I do not think anyone has the right to stop them from leaving if they choose to. There's nothing wrong with any government or any agency trying to recruit. There's nothing illegal about trying to recruit doctors, and if doctors say they want to go, there's nothing illegal about that either. But I know for a fact that we do have what it takes to turn the fortunes of this country around. And I'm very hopeful and I'm optimistic. And I know that we're going to do it because we have the capacity to. And on that note, I end my round. Thanks for listening. I sincerely hope you're not bored. Any thoughts of mine? Let's hear it. Numbers are the same. The lines are open. I'm taking your thoughts today till 4:30 p.m. Do call 0817 93 0002, 0817 93 0003. Or 0817 93 0007. We are live on facebook.com/Nigeria Info PH, also on YouTube. Just search for Nigeria Info PH, and the WhatsApp is on 0809 0306416. Prince Annie on Facebook goes, just don't know what to comment. Yeah, I feel you, Prince. It's baffling, and you are completely at a loss for words. Sometimes even I struggle with the words as well. HF Nation on Facebook goes, the DSS has denied carrying out such an action, but truly if it happened, it's totally unprofessional and condemnable, because the large unemployment in the country, even in such professional career, was created by bad governance. Ebina Wagu says they're doing analog things. Recruitment is now online. FG is wasting their time. Idris Umar, thanks for your comment as well. I've got Bob on the line from Burakiri. Hello, Bob. You're welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon. I love the way you presented the issue. Very nice presentation. Mandana Cruz. You said, who done it? No, you didn't mention non-state actors. We are joking here. I pray that, anyway, just add non-state actors. That's my contribution. I'm tired too. I was in trouble.
Michael from Rumigwe, you're welcome. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much. Good evening, Mr. Bell.
Hello.
For a start, I think if you cannot protect someone or maybe give adequate care to the person who is working for you, I think the best thing is just to let the person go. At least the person can go and hustle for himself. Because these doctors, they have families. They have people who are looking up to them as well. They need money. And also, they are dying from the services that they are rendering. And you cannot help them, you cannot protect them, you cannot pay them properly, and still yet you want to stop them from going to fend for themselves. Look, as far as I'm concerned, any doctor that is out there that wants to leave this country, you can leave. Because if I were to be a doctor, I would leave this country. Because this place is worse than hell. How come that somebody that went to school, studied hard, and come out, and he is rendering services, you cannot even pay the person? So, okay, all these politicians, are they complaining of salaries? I don't, and the worst part is that they're not even doing anything. They cannot do anything for them. As a matter of fact, this country is in bad condition that is because of them. And still the people who are bringing out themselves to work, you cannot pay them. What kind of wickedness is that?
That's remarkable, Michael.
They cannot even own up to the fact that they are doing something wrong. The DSS is saying they did not arrest anybody. Imagine.
Michael, great to have me. Barry from Mala George, hello, go on.
Adedayo Elusakin.
Hello, Barry.
My name is Barry Digiado.
Go ahead.
How dare you come on air and said, the DSS dispersed, the organizers, or those doctors that wanted to travel. You've been sponsored again, Dayo.
Oh, well.
This time around, who sponsored you, Dayo?
I'm still. I haven't determined that yet. I'm still trying to find out.
No, this DSS is a very well respectable, security unit. They can't do that. Just like our police and our army, our security agents, they cannot do that. They obey the law. They don't go beyond the law. They don't go beyond the law.
You see, you're choking already. Is that not a sign?
I will call you back.
Right. Anthony from Choba. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon.
You're welcome.
Yes, I think I want to disagree with Roland.
Okay.
There's nothing bad about it because the SS has come out to disapprove of the allegations.
Okay.
So I think it's important to shun you to refrain from making conclusions when the information are still skating at this moment. This government is doing everything, because I get another news platform that all the salaries and areas will be cleared by next month according to Indigate.
Okay.
So let's provide for that thing and stop trying to vent our anger against this stuff.
All right, Anthony. Good to hear from you as well. Via WhatsApp, let's see. Emma Gold says, I thought the Minister of Labour, Ngige, was saying, was on air some days ago, so they feel embarrassed, but wouldn't do what is right. What a shameless sort of leaders we've got. It's not the DSS, it's unknown gunmen. That's from Emma Gold. The DSS didn't do it, unknown gunmen did it. The opposition is trying to malign the good image on the DSS. That's from Annie. It's no longer news that only unknown gunmen did it. That's Dafe in Port Harcourt. Hello, good afternoon, Dara. You can never tell, just maybe it's the handwork of unknown gunmen or men in military uniform or the same hoodlums that hijacked the peaceful NSAS protests in Lekki Tollgate. They can't deliver us from this tyranny. Ayo from Rumi Bush sent that. Dara, the unknown gunmen did it. That's from Pastor Smart. I'm lost for words. When I listened to Garba Shewa's response to Autumn, I completely give up trying to believe we will come out of the situation we found ourselves at this time. Well, we will actually. We definitely will. I've got Wisdom on the line. Hello, Wisdom. You're welcome. Please go on.
Yeah, Daryl, good day.
All right, go ahead.
All right, Daryl. First, a situation where it was published in one of these national daily. Medical doctors are working in Abia State have not been paid for over 14 months. I don't know what that information is anything to go by. Then, Daryl, I am afraid of this country. You know?
Yeah, go on.
Now, I want to say this. Everybody should be given freedom to do whatever you like. I want to believe most of these doctors that want to travel, yeah, it's not, they do not go through the medical profession through government scholarship. Their parents, their family train them. And so they are not duty bound or they don't owe any government obligation to work for the government. And so a situation where government is using, allegedly anyway.
Yeah, allegedly, yes.
Yeah, allegedly, that is Nigerian photo. Allegedly, which is also becoming a professional journalism term. Allegedly, yeah, and Nigeria, we have to be careful because freedom of speech is no longer free in Nigeria. You understand?
Yeah, that too is allegedly. Yeah.
That thing they did is gross violation of their right to whatever they want to do with their life. Federal government they have failed and they should bow their face in shame. Thank you and God bless you.
You're welcome. I've got a few comments to go. We got, by the way, business news is up at 4 p.m. Let's see what's happening on Facebook, if I may. Bright Paul Thomas goes, when I had things, when I heard this story, I just couldn't help but be confused. They claim to be embarrassed, but wouldn't take the steps to avoid such embarrassment. All right. Victor Sarah goes, could have died. Nothing seems to amaze me in this country. DSS is seriously working aimlessly. Let them go and dispatch Boko Haram bandits and not innocent doctors seeking greener pasture. Prince Umo goes, they are not our men. That's what we always hear when things like this happen. This is Nigeria, where anything can happen, and you dare not talk or ask the government who will send out their foot soldiers to mow you down. They are embarrassed but refuse doing the needful so these doctors can feel comfortable to stay back here and work. A doctor should go where they are valued and taken care of. Thanks. And in our dairy, Opusunju goes, so they don't value our doctors and also won't let them go better their lives. Please, we all need to get up. Our God would help us mentally and do something. Ayala Anyton goes, hello, I think unknown gunmen or gun-men, may God save us. The Saints on Facebook goes, is it not a shame to Saudi Arabia not to have trained doctors rather than rely on Nigerian doctors when our educational system is good? Well, there's no doubt that Our Nigerian doctors are some of the finest in the world, and I don't know what to mean by it's a shame to Saudi Arabia. There's hardly any country you go to that you don't find Nigerian doctors. Even in the UK, where the president goes for his medical treatment, you see his doctors of the last 30 or 40 years. You have Nigerian doctors there. Go to the US, you have Nigerian doctors there. Go to Australia, go to Canada, you have Nigerian doctors everywhere. So should the UK or the US or Canada or Australia be ashamed as well? Anyways, commercial break now. We've got business news top of the hour at 4. And when I return, I'll keep taking your thoughts on today's rant all the way till 4:30. Do please stay tuned. I'll be right back in a bit.
Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817-001-8162. That is 0817-001-8162. And let us connect you to your customers. Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817-001-8162. That is 0817-001-8162. And let us connect you.
Area Info.
What we do goes beyond bringing you the news. We give you a chance to talk about it. Your opinion, your voice. This is 92.3 Nigeria Info, Port Harcourt, your number one news, talk, and sports radio station.
Set your time on Nigeria Info, the correct time. It's 4 o'clock.
And now the business news.
Hello and welcome. The federal government has written to chief medical directors and managing directors of federal tertiary hospitals, asking them to begin the implementation of no work, no pay policy against striking resident doctors. The government's directive was contained in a letter by the Director of Hospital Services, Federal Ministry of Health, Dr. Adedayo. And the Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors says it is not surprised at the decision by the federal government to invoke the no work, no pay rule over its ongoing strike. The president of NAD, Adedayo, said despite the development, its members will not suspend the strike until all the demands were met. And on the foreign scene, Apple chief executive Tim Cook has received more than 5 million shares in a technology giant as he marks 10 years on the job. A company filing with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission SEC watchdog shows that he sold most of the shares for more than $750 million. It is part of a deal he struck when he took over from co-founder Steve Jobs. The award depended on how well Apple's shares performed compared to other firms and the S&P 500 stock index. And the oil prices now, where light crude goes for $68.69 a barrel and Brent $72.21 a barrel. Finally, official exchange rates were a dollar goes for 410 naira 19 kobo, 1 euro 481 naira 52 kobo, and a pound exchanges for 562 naira 99 kobo. And that's the business news. Contact our newsroom on 0818 90017. For more stories, visit www.nigeriainfo.fm. Thanks for listening. I'm Adedayo Elusakin. Good evening.
Give the facts.
News entirely.
We give the evidence. Just to keep you informed.
News, weather.
I get my information top of the hour every hour.
92.3 Nigeria Info. And now, Hard Facts.
Hard Facts with Dio.
Welcome back. It is Hard Fact to 90.3 Nigeria Info and Heron Harkat and Dio. 3 minutes gone past 4 p.m. Conversation does continue. I'm still taking your thoughts and my thoughts and talking about today's rant from earlier. Conversation continues till 4:30 p.m. or thereabouts. Our friends from UK Africa will be joining me at that time till 5, talking about the Youth Skills Festival, the Nigeria Youth Skills Festival, coming up and being launched very soon. But on today's rant, this was once again the story that inspired it. Organisers suspend Saudi Arabia recruitment as DSS disperses doctors, arrests journalists. However, some update to that situation. Another story cut to the Punch. Saudi Arabia, DSS denies dispersing doctors at recruitment center. So the question is, who then dispersed them? Who then was responsible for the recruitment exercise ending? Who arrested a journalist, who, by the way, has been released? Who did this if not the DSS? Was it bandits? Was it unknown gunmen? Who? And the whole crux, once again, at the heart of today's rant, when you think that you've seen it all, when you think, no, come on, it couldn't possibly be worse than this, then someone says, oh, no, just be coming down. Just give us a deal too. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. It's remarkable indeed. And now, so on one hand, we're not going to improve things. You must go back to work. And then on the other hand, okay, somebody, maybe not the federal government, maybe not the DSS, but somebody, I suppose, does not want them to leave for Saudi Arabia. And then, even that's not the worst part either. Now the government is saying no work, no pay. People say you want to improve facility, you want better pay. Don't worry. We'll show you who's boss. We'll show you. Don't worry. People say you want healthcare to be like it is in UK, Okay. We'll show you who is honorable. Between you and us, we'll show you who is honorable. I don't know if anybody has ever called you honorable before, or let alone even excellency. We'll show you. You want better pay, Okay. You're comparing yourselves to doctors in the UK, where the president goes to. You think you're the same with them? Okay. We shall see. The thoughts are still very welcome at this time. The lines are open 0817 963 0002 or 0003 or 0007. Live on Facebook.com/Nigeria Info PH. Also live on YouTube. Search for Nigeria Info PH and WhatsApp on 0809 030 6416. Speaking of Facebook. In Yama, Timothy Anayo goes, I used to have hope in this country until I had the recruitment of our doctors by Saudi Arabians. It dawned on me that indeed the prophet is without honor in his own land. Those who treat like trash, other countries are valuing them like gold. Indeed, there was a country, Adedayo, I did not do it. Before DSS will get intelligence report and trace me through my Facebook to my house. Just say allegedly. It helps. Allegedly is like a secret magic word. It helps with everything these days. Just say allegedly, then you'll be fine. You'll be fine. And going over to WhatsApp now. You think DSS dispersing doctors is the worst thing in the country now? I'll do you one better. What of helicopters shooting cargo boats at ports? That's from Bruno. Oh, Bruno, don't worry, calm down. Just give or take the next few days. I imagine something will trump that as well. Good day. They were not displaced by DSS, but it was unknown gunmen. That's from Annie. Good evening, Diane. Are you asking who did it? It's an unknown gun helicopter. Thank you for your right. That's from email. Dyer, honestly, I'm lost for words. When you think you've seen it all, another drama pops up. I whip for my dear Nigeria. That's Joe from Oyugo. Dyer, how did we get here? Every day we keep hearing horrible news. My welfare is not in your plan. and I want to live to a better place, and you are saying no too. I think the rights of doctors are being infringed here. Hygienist from Port Harcourt sent that. All right, back to the phone line. So I've got Dan from Anna George. Hello, Dan. Please go on.
Good evening,
Hi.
These are our doctors. What is taking them out of the country? They should stay in Nigeria. They should aspire to become politicians.
Okay.
So that they will act like our politicians. Why are they traveling? They should stay back.
They should become honorable too.
You know now, Dayo, you know they should become honorable men and honorable women. You know.
And declare no work, no pay to somebody else tomorrow.
You understand now? They should follow the footsteps of our current politicians. They should not leave the country. Why are they leaving the country for? It's a very big share what's going on in this country.
It's quite sad.
It reminds me of one scripture, Matthew 23, verse 13, that says, "Woe to you, teachers of the law, Pharisees, you hypocrites! You shut the door of the kingdom of heaven in people's faces. You yourselves do not enter, nor will you let others enter who are trying to enter." That's the summary of what's going on in Nigeria. It's a very big share.
Quite that's deep. That's very deep.
Thank you for the good work today.
You're welcome, Dan. Great to have me. And I remember as well, I think it was the minister, who said, I don't remember exactly if it was the Minister of Labour or the Minister of Health, who some time ago, not too long ago, said that, I think he was asked a question regarding, doctors leaving the country in droves to other countries in search of greener pastures. And the said minister responded that it didn't matter. Let them go. We have enough doctors, and it doesn't matter if they go. So why would anyone be feeling embarrassed or ashamed that Saudi Arabia is coming to recruit doctors here? I mean, the countries have been recruiting our doctors for years now, for eons. I mean, I know personally, I know doctors even before I came to Port Harcourt who left the country. I have friends, my best friends in school. My closest friends in school have mostly left. Most of them have left the country. As a matter of fact, some of them are still wondering what I'm doing here. But I'm not leaving. I'm not getting anywhere. Maybe I love this country too much, or I'm just too much of an optimistic. I don't know. Well, let's get your take. I've got Stephen on the line. Stephen from Iwafe, you're welcome. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Hi.
Yeah, I've been following your program. I actually asked a question, who disperses the doctors? Maybe it is my dog that disperses.
Oh my God. Stephen's dog was very big and probably wears a suit as well. A bespoke suit. That's nice. Alright, let's see. Good question, Diane. Who done it? A good question, but we may never know. Just like we may never know the source of the unknown helicopter that shot out a boat in Bonny, that's from Nitin Ikire. Wow, we've made progress. We've gone from unknown gunmen to unknown helicopters. Anonymous from Port Harcourt goes in, from the international airport. During the last time it was unknown soldier. In this case, it is unknown gunmen chasing away doctors. Via Facebook. Gideon Water goes, Nigerians have never gotten at this, but until Mr. Buhari seized power in 2015, I am befuddled. Ikechi from Transamadi. Hello, you're welcome. Please go on.
Dayo, good evening.
You're welcome.
Dayo, you said you are not going anywhere.
No, I'm not.
Who told you?
I told myself.
Dayo, you will be paid. You'll be paid a trap. My brother, tell me you are not going. Look at him.
I didn't know it was going to be like that. Onyebuchi from Eneka, you're welcome. Please go on.
Yeah, Dayo. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, this is a very, very funny country, you know. Everything has reduced to drama. drama and comedy. Now, does the people know that the best brains in this country have already left?
Absolutely.
With the Canadian immigration.
They've been living for a long time.
Canadian immigration has raked every workforce in this country. And they are now trying to close the door of the ban after the ship have escaped. Ngige was on national TV and said that we have excess doctors. That they can go to hell, that they don't care. In fact, they should go and bring in the dollar. That is a foreign exchange earner. So what is going on? They actually obeyed what the Minister of Labor and Productivity advised them to do. Now, in the bid to do that thing, they are not stopping them. You see, it's just a comedy. It's reduced to a comic melodrama country. Why wouldn't, if I see a way of living this country now, I will not think twice. I won't forget that I was ever a Nigerian. Because what hope does Nigeria hold for me? Not to talk of a medical doctor
that
spent all his life studying medicine. To pay salary is a problem. For him to live is a problem. This one is hostage. So if whoever went and harassed them, whether non-government or security forces, they're actually beating a child and ask the child not to cry. Thank you.
You're welcome, Onyebuchi. And via WhatsApp, Patrick from Rumekene goes, now you will hear later on the news that it was the doctors' factional union that are willing to work in the current working conditions that dispersed the other doctors at the interview venue. Well, I mean, well, that sounds like something that could make the news later on. It does sound like something. Shagun Lariwaj on WhatsApp goes, the dispersion of the doctors that went for recruitment exercise, the query given to channels television by NBC, the defection of Stella Oduan, who has been allegedly accused of financial mismanagement while in office, are sinister signs of a failed government exhibited by the APC-led federal government, as they have always been doing. I've got Clement on the line from NTA Road. Hello, Clement. Go on, please.
Yeah, hello. Okay. I still strongly believe that the doctors should remain in our dear country, Nigeria. Where are they running to, by the way?
Saudi Arabia, yeah.
Saudi Arabia?
Yes. Apparently, they don't owe doctors 19 months for 19 months over there.
Yeah, Mr. Dayo, we love this country. I would just like us to remain here. Why would the doctors leave? For crying out loud. Why would they leave?
Doctors don't buy gloves in Saudi Arabia.
Anyway, when I heard that news, man, I felt very sad. You know, you can imagine this profession. If you ask me, our medical students in school now, I'm not sure they are studying to practice in this country. Obviously, I listened to an interview of a lady who attended the interview. Allegedly, she said that her lecturer is there to tell you how worse the situation is. That even her lecturer.
Yeah, and she had left medical school about 10 years ago.
Exactly. So you can see how deteriorating the system is. It's so bad. It's so bad. And what do? We are here already. But however, please, whoever wants to go should go. And Mr. Dayo, Messi said he will not be Barcelona. You are just the same way you are saying now. I don't know. You are Messi. We know you guys.
Oh my. What's up? Ruth from Port Harcourt goes, good afternoon. I don't know why the government is worried about doctors leaving the country. They said we have enough doctors to export and is not bothered about them going to other countries. Yeah, he did say that, Ruth. He definitely did say that. Well, or maybe he was taken out of context. You know, these things happen very often. Nigerian leaders are usually quoted out of context. So that allegedly may have been, supposedly, may have been what happened. The government says that they were embarrassed by the news that the resident doctors are planning to leave Nigeria. After all, the world-class hospitals and facilities that they've put in place. There Praise God. Ubong from Woji saying that. Well, I don't think there's any official statement from government saying that they're embarrassed by it, but I do imagine it is an embarrassing situation. Most embarrassing indeed. You had consultants lining up to jet out to go to South Africa. Consultants. It's not good. It's not good at all. Hey Dial, you've given us enough hope, yet systems remain the same. Yeah, it does remain the same. It is the same. It doesn't mean it's going to remain that way perpetually. And once again, my optimism is not born of nothing. My optimism is born of a fact and the knowledge that we have the capacity. I know that we do. Why is Saudi Arabia here to get our doctors for crying out loud? Why? Why did I think even during the COVID-19 pandemic, was it the UK? I think it was the UK. I'm not 100% certain right now. Had also recruited Nigerian doctors at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic because the NHS was overstretched. They needed medical personnel. They came to Nigeria as well. And once again, go to the UK, go to the US, go to Australia, go to Canada. You find tons and tons of Nigerian doctors there, nurses as well. Why? Nigerians are leaders in just about any industry, even science and technology. You find Nigerians there. Inventing stuff, creating stuff, doing great stuff. Just the other day, quite recently, there was that young man who uses local materials to manufacture drones, and he's been snatched up by some Finnish company, some company in Finland, I think. Why? Because we are a brilliant people. We are bright. We're massively, incredibly intelligent. We can do stuff. You know? That's why they're coming for us, basically. So I know. It is from that knowledge base that I know for a fact that we can do it, and we will do it. We will do it. It's going to happen. I don't know when exactly, but I know we will do it. Hello, Hartford, welcome.
Hello, my brother Daniel.
Hi, go ahead.
See, it's unfortunate. Just like callers have said, I remember in the day when he openly, strongly said that our doctors can go. In fact, that they are, how did he put it? I think he said that is even good. I think we have people that will bring in dollars for us. They will bring dollars. They'll come and build. They'll come and invest in Nigeria. My brother, I have somebody who traveled to Canada. This a medical line.
Yeah.
Like I told you before, they offered you $3,000. I said my guy is being paid in per week, and ever since he went there, in less than 2 months he started work. Not something that it is somebody that has not been there before. You understand? He's a doctor. My son says he wants to study medicine. My brother, I've been thinking which of the medical schools I will send him to, but I don't want to do it in Nigeria. I'm very happy that I will have a doctor. Indeed, he has 2 doctors in his family. Were they trained in Nigerian universities? Eh?
Well, I don't know where children studied.
I don't think. See, it's high time. We need to check the profile of this our government or lawmakers or whatever we call them. We need to check the profile of their children and where they are playing. In fact, because they cannot be keeping us in this kind of condition. And yet, when they have headache and cough, they run and go to Dubai and treat them.
No, you know when you have doctors who have been treating you for 30 or 40 years, they know your condition. So you have to go to them every time.
As a president of a country, look at how the country is. See, these people, my brother, the only prayer we pray, although me, I don't really believe in all those things. We just pray, let Afghanistan not come to see us here. God forbid. Because the kind of people we're having as leaders, they don't have what, and they don't have the love of the citizens. I'm telling you, this is very bad. God forbid. Thank you, my brother.
You're welcome. Right, what's up? Wellington from Bonny Island goes, these doctors have been sponsored by the opposition to make the hard-working government look bad. After the government provided them with state-of-the-art facilities and humongous bonuses, the doctors are ungrateful to this government, allegedly. I mean, perfect. Just any allegedly goes with anything and everything. I mean, it just works. It rhymes with almost everything, really. Allegedly, yeah. When a government is bereft of ideas and programs that can turn around the fortunes of the nation, it will, out of desperation, do anything to save its face and image, even if it means to do the absurd. That's Blessing Emireme who sent in. Over to Facebook now. Let's see. John Peters goes, and indeed, where are we heading to? Whoever wants to go should be allowed, please. Inakat brings down. We don't know where Nigerian leaders are leading the masses to. Are you aware that they've increased the cost of getting a new driver's license to 35,000 naira? Tell me why I wouldn't leave like the doctors. Samuel Essen goes, there, please. I want to know, are the doctors' demands more than senators' newspaper allowance for 1 year? Does it mean that as citizens, we don't have rights anymore? Well, I have to wrap up this segment right now. Like I said at the start of this conversation, it is truly interesting times that we live in. Interesting times indeed. But I'm optimistic. I'm very hopeful. As a matter of fact, I believe which of all that is me, that we do have what it takes to turn this country around. We have what it takes. We have what it takes. And we can do it. I'm not very hopeful as far as people in government are concerned. No, I'm not. But I have a very strong belief in the Nigerian spirit, in the Nigerian people. I know that we have what it takes. I know that we can do it. And we will do it at some point. A commercial break now at about 4:30. Yik Africa, friends from over there will be joining me in the studio as we talk about the Nigeria Youth Skills Festival coming up very soon. Do please stay with us.